London is one of the most green cities in the world. Across the capital, the 3,000 registered parks cover more land than all its roads and railway combined. In this video, I will be giving you the unlimited guide on my personal 14 favorite parks. Interesting history stories, such as why there is no flowers in Green Park, and some hidden gems right at the west end where exactly are the must-visit spots within the massive open spaces, along with the best routes for the Sunday afternoon stroll, filmed over 1 year and multiple visits. This video will cover all seasons for one big London Park picnic. If you're new here, then welcome. I make travel movies around UK as well of my hometown of London. This is Ricky's in London. Welcome to my channel, giving you everything I have got on how to experience London's best parks. So let's start with the big one, Hampstead Heath. I have spent numerous weekends visiting this vast woodlands in the north of London and still enjoy a revisit, stretching over 800 acres. This was the green space that inspired C.S. Lewis to write the Chronicles of Narnia. Arriving into Hampstead Station treats you to a lovely town vibe, especially around Flash Walk and its surrounding streets and neighborhood. It's a beautiful place to do window shopping. Just to inform you, the Hampstead Heath Park is opened around 7:30 am to 8:30 pm. Our favorite place to the east is the Hill Garden and the Pergola, a unique and somewhat abandoned landscape garden that is great to walk around and take in the views. Next to this, the area opens up further and offers countless benches for a picnic or a rest. Then I usually head back east into the densely forest of Hampstead, getting lost and always still somehow finding my way towards Parliament Hill with its view of the city. There are numerous sites in Hampstead for swimming. London has a total of 8 royal parks, meaning that they are owned by the Crown and managed by the government. Of these, Richmond Park is easily the largest. It covers around 2,500 acres, created by Charles I in the 17th century as a deer park. For me, it's still the park's local resident that sets aside from the rest. You have a pretty good chance of seeing any of the 650 deers throughout the year and any time of day, and before you do, it makes for you a fun trip. Just keeping an eye out of them. Visiting early in the morning tends to give reasonable results when the park is very quiet. The other place to highlight when you are here in Isabella Plantation. This 40-acre woodland garden is a peak late April into May, but it's still worth a visit anytime. It is looked after very well throughout the years. Richmond Park is so large, there are multiple entrances and exiting, so it depends on where you are coming from as to the best route to take. Now let's focus on more central London spaces, especially the 3 most central easy access parks, St. James Park, Green Park and the Hyde Park. These are all royal parks which, if you walk from one end to the other, which is the longest stretch of greenery in Zone 1, and would cover a couple of hours at least. St. James is probably my favorite super central park. It is definitely going to be next to somewhere you will be visiting. It's small enough that it's easy to walk around, has enough characters and unique spots to rest to, and hosts a number of places to grab a snack or a drink. From here you can make an easy walk to Buckingham Palace before you step into Green Park. Now this is probably the least visibly interesting park on the list, in that it is mostly just a big green space that ends its name, I guess. Compared to the flowerful St. James Park, there is actually a story that explains the lack of visitors. It was the 1600s when the wife of King Charles II demanded that they all be removed from the park after she caught her husband picking some flowers for shock and spoiler for another woman, and 600 years later we are still dealing with this action. Hyde Park probably has the most activities going around it over the festival period. There is a winter wonderland which I personally enjoy. The Serpentine is the largest landmark here and you can't go around looping here. Then there is a Princess Diana Memorial Fountain which kids enjoy splashing around. A nice view of Royal Albert Memorial, the Italian Gardens, Kensington Palace, which is the birthplace of our Queen Victoria. Also in these parks you will find deck chairs for a small fee. There's green spaces in the city and it's got beautiful gardens, ponds, boating lake and all kinds of other highlights. It's easier to get around Regent's Park. The park has its own tube station. It's Regent Park, which is on the Bakerloo line. Once you're in the park, there is lots of things to do and see. The Avenue Gardens are some of the most beautiful places to see. Queen Mary's Rose Garden is another highlight. It is home to London's biggest collections of roses and it's one of the best summer gardens in London. It is named after Queen Mary, the wife of King George V. The garden opened in 1932 and it has been highlighted of summer in London. Ever since, there are 12,000 roses in the garden. They cover both classic and modern varieties. There is even a flower bed dedicated to the Royal Park. Next to Regent Park you will find Little Venice. It's a beautiful place to be. It will surely remind you of Venice. And this is your complete guide of Camden Market. The first thing you need to know about visiting Camden Market, it is really not just one, but it is a bunch of different markets together that compose 1,000 different shops. Together, Camden Market is London's largest street market. The best time to visit the market is a Friday, Saturday and a Sunday. That if you like crowds, that's the best time when all the shops are opened. For more of Camden Market, I will put the description above. A 20 minutes walk along Kensington High Street from Hyde Park will bring you to Holland Park. What makes it truly stand out is a Japanese garden donated by the Kyoto Chambers of Commerce in 1991. A real gem that during the time of editing is probably about as close I will be in Japan. It's a beautiful place to be. Speaking of a local park, Victoria Park is in the east, is right up there. It was first proposed in 1840 as a living memorial to the reigning queen. It is a pretty spacious park with number of things going for it. The densest part is the southwest corner where the Chinese pagoda dominates the skyline. There is also a food market here every Sunday between 10 am to 4 pm. A beautiful drinking fountain, English gardens, wetlands, and then out of the park to the Olympic Park, home of the 2012 Olympic Games. There are some cool bars in this area where the canal turns into a T-junction. This is a long route to go, but if you want to spend some more time, it's a great place to be. Greenwich is the most popular place to visit in this area. It is a great spot to start a visit to Greenwich. This park is full of beautiful details, lots of little surprises, museums, observatories, and one of the best views of London. It's worth spending time to walk around and to explore all there is to see. There are some hills here, but they are definitely worth the climb. The views are some of the most amazing in the city. Another local favorite is Battersea Park. It is a beautiful place to go for boating around here. In the park there is a place called Go Ape. This is a fun for a family treetop challenge rising overhead where you can truly be your inner superhero and step ever so carefully into victory. Kew Garden is a royal botanical garden located in southwest London. Houses the largest and the most diverse botanical collections of flora and fauna in the world. It is over 300 acres. It has over 50,000 species of plants and even has a royal palace on the ground. So if you're a lover of nature and plants, please do visit Kew Garden. You will definitely love it. One of the world's beautiful greenhouses, the Kew Garden has over 260 years of history. The world-class science and the breathtaking natural beauty all within the garden. The main attractions, they have the Temple House. It is the largest surviving Victoria glass house in the world. They also have a palm house, which is one of the most iconic glass house, which you will properly recognize from the various images of Kew Garden. I just wanted to show off this park because many people don't know about this park, and this park is really a beautiful park to visit. It is Chiswick Park. It has a beautiful glass house, many different varieties of plants over there. This park always reminds me of Kew Garden, so please visit this park. It's a beautiful park to visit. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like this video, please do comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.